We have to figure out how to deal with this big monkey. Who knows? Let's see what happens. Give me a second, I'll get the game up. Give me a sec. I'm getting set up. Sweet. I love their voices, man. What a theme. I have to sit on the menu every time. I'm a sucker for a good main menu, I have to say. That's one of the best, I think. Wrong file. Oh, I can load from here? Yeah, here we go. Hey, what's up, Lost Bullet? Welcome back. Some more Kuon, yep. Bit of a late night, cozy stream. We might not be on for too long, we'll see. Raguchi, hello. Welcome back, everyone. It's good to see you all. Hope you're all doing well. Skull Salad, hello. Dilly, what's up? Good to see you. I love just walking in this game. taking in the atmosphere, enjoying the nice shots, scenery, the camera angles. Quite peaceful in its own horrific way. The body wrapped with a blood-stained cloth lies here. Its skin is practically mummified. Guys, we have to catch up to where we were. Yogis. Hello. Yogis. What do we have here? Another elixir. Traveler's map. I think we have to head up this way first because of the body that's blocking the way. That gets taken later on. You slamming, Billy? Enjoy. The rocks should be able to be used as footholds. Jump up. Oh, the quick jump. It's a pretty game, man. Not a bad looking game. Sure. Oh. Would you like to turn around? You say you lost progress? Oh, only a little bit. We just have to go back to our last save. So a few minutes and we'll be back to where we were. Beautiful. What else do I have? A lot of these. You having a sad shot, Corsair? Don't feel too bad. You don't strike me as much of a drinker, Zephyr. Do you drink much? A fallen tree blocks the way. Yeah, I think now we have to go back. Yeah, he needs to stay sober. How else is he going to catch those kids? Those brisk children. You know, they're small and agile. You need to be fast if you want to grab them. You have to stay in shape. You have to keep out of sight as well. You know, someone sees you stealing kids on the street. Not a good look. Zephyr's out running marathons every day, making sure he's staying in shape so he can catch those children. You don't drink? I didn't think so. Oh, Zephyr, what'll we do with you? What'll he get up to next, this guy? This is a cozy stream. Again. Again. Jesus, that ice is tasty. Absolutely destroys enemies. Hello? You go again? Oh, ha, he, ha. Jesus Christ, I didn't know what was going on there. Kill him in 2 shots? Now look at it. Ah! Jesus Christ! I was just gonna say, look at his hand. Hey, what's up, user?
Sakuya-sama. 病に侵された人々が道を塞いでしまいました。ここから登るしかないようですね。どうしたらいい？杭が外れている。少し南に材木小屋がございます。そこに木槌があるはず。わかった。小屋にはマシラが潜んでおるやもしれません。お気をつけて。
Let's go. I love that little jump animation. So many of these, like, along these distant shots of our character in this game. I really like these camera angles. Like we're being watched from a cliff up above. Really nice. Has there been any big differences from your first playthrough? Well, several different scenes. While we're playing as a new character, so we're meeting new characters. A lot of different cutscenes. We've had one boss that's been different as well. First boss was the same. Second boss was different. Really cool centipede. Yeah. This section is completely different as well. We didn't go to this area in the first playthrough. A lot of it is the same, though, as well. While you are getting new scenes in the first area, most of the first area is the same. Then it starts to get more interesting after that. Okay. Peered through a hole in the window. Ah! This is what I should have done. Eh? Oh my god! I was just thinking, he just left the room, didn't he? Oh, go inside! Oh god! Grab this! Grab this! Ah! Get out! Leave! we got everything. I think we can go back. The other girl was talking to me about the mallet. Oh, good God. Oh! Oh! Just walk. Just walk. Oh no. Run. 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 Boss time, seems like. Hopefully he can't one-shot me anymore. Oh dear God. That was a great little sequence. Because it wasn't exactly clear if he left the house. You know, he walked off screen. I was like... I didn't hear him open the door, and I didn't realize there was another exit, but it still felt like he was gone. Then I exit from that screen, and he's right there to the left of me. Really intense. Hey, what's up, Connor? That might have been the best moment in the game so far. Oh, jeez. Good God. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. No, 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 you're not. This sounds good. We should be good. We have lots of healing items. Good for you, anyway. Get him. He's finished. Cool. The fire keeps burning. I have the mallet. Hey, okay.
これで良いでしょう。さあ、今度はしっかり見ておりますゆえ。姉様たちは先へ行っているはず。私たちも。さあ、早く。
User, thank you for gifting a sub to Corsair. Much appreciated. Cheers. Enjoy your free sub, Corsair. Nice shot again here. Silkworm.
眉の中の虫は一体何を考えているのでしょうか。私思うのです。きっととても長い夢を見ているのだと。
同僚様。
ああ、昨夜か。随分と遅かったではないか。
途中病に侵された者どもに道を遮られました。
それはそうと、ここもまずそうだな。ほれ、ガキなんぞが入り込んでいる。昨夜、私はここにいる。そなたに任せたぞ。
He sounds suspicious.
私もご一緒。いえ、かえって足手まといですね。くれぐれもお気をつけて。
ほら、糸。
ほら。
Is that what's-her-face's sister? Or is that the other spooky girl we've been seeing? That has to be her sister, right? Is that her sister? It is her sister? I thought so, okay. Do I have a map? No. Let's take a look around first. Whoa, where am I going? I thought that was over here, this way. Hey, what's up, Dumped? No, we don't have a camera. We can't go around that way. Okay, I guess we have to go back. Hold on. Not satisfied. Dion, hello. Okay, let me go back down this way. I think, yeah, okay, this is where I'm supposed to go. At least I think. Hold on. I don't know where I'm going. Just see what happens. I guess I'll save. Oh, hello. User, thank you for gifting a sub to Vixens as well. Cheers. Much appreciated. Get rid of this. User, thank you for gifting a sub to Dumped as well. Thank you so much, User. With all the generosity. I'm enjoying the game, Bust and Smash. Very nice. User, gifting a sub to Scion as well. Thank you. Sound, man. Grind map. Seems like this is where I'm supposed to be. Eerie chill is coming from behind the massive door. What lies within? An eerie chill. Of course, we don't have the seal, okay. Suki's room, shed. Where am I? Is this... It's like a whole new big area? Seems like it. Nice. An old PS2 horror that you don't know about? Yeah, I only heard about this game like last year. I think it flew under a lot of people's radar. It's really good though. You think this game will deserve another playthrough? Is the story cryptic? Yeah, like you definitely have to piece the story together. A lot of memos and stuff to pick up and read. We're getting more information with this playthrough as well, with the second playthrough, with the second character. I haven't been paying close attention to the story, so I feel like I've missed a lot of it. I've just been kind of soaking it in and just enjoying the ride. So yeah, I'd say if I play through it again, I'll probably pay more attention to the story. But I'd play it again either way. I'm sure I'll play it again down the line. Hello. We have lots of these things to spare. Oh, just one shot as well? Get out of here. Walk up here? No, is that marked as a... This side, nope. Okay, back down. Go up this way. Ooh, seems like it. Nope. No? That dreaded grass blocking the way again. Oh man, if only. If only we could step through this grass. Sailor Mars? I don't even know what you're talking about. Sailor Moon anime? I thought that might have been it. No, I haven't seen it. Is there a Sailor Moon game? I think the most I know about Sailor Moon is that Heather's Easter egg outfit in Silent Hill 3 references it. The Princess Heart costume or whatever it's called. There's a Sailor Moon fighting game. Okay, so now we're back here. Let me just go down this way. I think this is where we came up initially. Yeah, it is. I just wanted to make sure that that was the case. Really nice shot there with the moon. Hey, what's up, Hopsinka? Yeah, it's a good game. Right, I guess we'll go down this way then. The rope was used to descend. Oh my god. Holy Jesus. Grab the thing. The elder priest placed a mirror on a plinth and opened the cave. I'm sure that mirror was inside the three-legged shrine gate. Three-legged shrine gate. Go! Climb! Climb! Torrents pour down from the waterfall. There's so much mist rising, it's unclear what is around. Another really nice shot. That healing is unlimited, this one, yeah. It also restores stamina. Interesting. Okay. I think we're gonna have to go back. Not much left to do here. Get that stamina back first. Oh wait, that's where I found the thing. Okay, we'll go back. Fuck. No Uranus. Oh shit, they're standing in different positions, I think.
ここでこうしておるとお日様のところになぞ戻らずともよいようなそんな心地がしてくるな。陰陽師などつくづく割に合わぬ。そうは思わぬか昨夜。どうした？どうした？
こちらには同僚様がいらしてくださいますゆえ、私たちの身を案ずることなく、ここにあるのはクワの木ばかり。よそを調べられた方が何か
父の記した書物、それを読めば何かわかるやもしれません。
Oh yeah?
あ、私の部屋には入らないでくださいましね。散らかっておりますゆえ。どうされました？どうされました？
Yeah, I forgot that her name was Utsuki. So there's her room. Something tells me we're gonna find some spooky shit in her room. That's for sure. Oh, I think I see. I didn't check that other door on the west side. Alright, DT, enjoy your eggs. Yeah, we should be able to go out this door. And then cross over from there, hopefully. Here we go. We'll be able to drop down here. One could probably jump down, yes. Ha! Ha! Ho! He! He! Ho! Man, the atmosphere in this game is 10 out of 10. Oh! 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 Sound, the music, the visuals, all great. Combat, bit lacking. Story, pretty intriguing. Like the way they're telling it. Lots of nice mystery. Quite creepy. Yokai's Book, Volume 1. Investigation of the Gaki. Experiment. Examined characteristics of Gakis. Conditions. Number 1. Used a fellow seer for comparison purposes. 2. Arranged for the battle in enclosed area to assess the Gaki's strength accurately. Results. Number 1. A Gaki was defeated. 2. The power of the cards and fans appear to be effective. 3. Gakis are relatively weak. Interesting, so they're tying the weapons and everything, the spells, the cards, directly into the story here. However, their endurance is something to behold. Yeah, the combat is still serviceable though, like it's not terrible. And it's fun playing with the different cards. Sometimes the exploration and the sequencing can feel a little bit basic and straightforward as well. But at the same time, the exploration and the areas have still been quite fun to explore for the most part. And it's cool that we're getting to see new areas now with this second playthrough. This is definitely underrated, for sure. Way underrated. You know, if you Google the game, you won't get very good results at all. This game was not scored well when it first came out by critics. Yeah, we were here before, actually, this place. Jackson, what's up? If you used up all the cards, you just have to find more. Yeah, no, there's no way to replenish them. Investigation of cocoons and corpses. You do have a normal weapon as well. And you can run away from most enemies. It seems like. But usually you'd want to kill them on a first playthrough anyway, just so you have freedom to explore. It's not something you'll ever really need to worry about on normal difficulty anyway, Zephyr. The game gives you lots of cards. You have free heals. Plenty of healing items. I'm intrigued to see what it's like on hard. I'd imagine this is a game that wants you to care more about the story than the fighting. Well, gameplay-wise, I'd say it wants you to care more about just the exploration and the atmosphere than the combat. I'd say that goes for most survival horror games anyway. For a lot of them, anyway. Investigation of cocoons and corpses. Experiment. Investigate relationship between corpses and cocoons and their food. Conditions. Find 2 identical wicker chests. Remove food, victim, from one chest during experiment. Results. When the food was removed from one chest, only an incomplete union took place. The creature died at once after it emerged. Food inside the chests, especially the silkworms, seems crucial to the resurrection. The silkworms in this mulberry tree must be endowed with magic powers. I think we read that one last time. Yeah, Lost Bullet, I feel like there really is no need for the meditation mechanic. It still is kind of satisfying using it, though. But yeah. It probably would have made health management more interesting if it wasn't there. You know, you'd need to care more about managing your health items, worrying about your health items, making sure you were stocked up. That happened last time as well. Could this be Atsuki's room? Right, so we were here in the previous playthrough. I guess I just didn't realize that this was her room. Sugoroku board. Old Sugoroku board used by Atsuki. When both the pieces and board are obtained, the Sugoroku mini-game can be played. Oh shit! After acquiring the Sugoroku pieces from the Yin phase and a board from the Yang phase, save the game and return to the title screen. Oh, nice! Cool. Might be a bug it heals you? That would be quite the oversight if it was a bug that the meditation healed. I doubt it. I doubt it's a bug. Maybe. That would be a pretty crazy oversight, I think, if they didn't realize that the meditation also healed the player. Let's see, Itsuki's diary, April 21st. Another day passed, but father didn't return. I went outdoors for a walk, hoping that would lift my spirits. The irises in the garden are about to bloom. I remember seeing those irises earlier as well. The thought that they might bloom tomorrow made me feel a little more cheerful. April 22nd. It's been drizzling since morning. I can't look after the irises in the rain. Horea stayed in her room because her body hurts when it rains. Her body hurts when it rains. I saw a cuckoo land under the eaves. How nice that he sings even in the rain. April 23rd. It rained again today. Not a heavy rain, but a light, steady one. Leafing through father's book, I found a poem about a cuckoo. They say cuckoos are sentimental about the past. My past is the same as my present. I've never left here. I'd like to see what's outside. April 24th. I learned a poem recently. I recited till it annoyed my sister, so I stopped and wrote it down. The village of scattered blossoms. Cuckoo sings for many days, unrequited love and those saved. I wish my sister were as kind to me as she used to be. April 26th. My sister's cough has gotten worse. Bring me a crow, she said. Why do you want a crow? Never mind, just bring me one, she kept saying. I can't go outside and leave my sister alone. This is all my fault. Interesting. It's reminding me of the crow disc that we had to use. Gokai's book, Volume 2, Investigation of the Silk. Experiment. Compare silk thread seals on doors with cocoons in the wicker chest. Conditions. 1. Used a cocoon still occupied by a human. 2. Used thread remaining after seal had been broken. Investigated vicinity, strength, and magic power. Results. 1. Some difference in vicinity. 2. Silk thread slightly stronger. 3. Higher magical properties in silk thread. Cocoons and silk thread are very similar in nature. Was this silk thread spun from cocoons? Yeah, the diaries are interesting. The way the mystery of the story comes together. The way they drip feed you the story little by little. Again, pretty common with horror games. A lot of them do it this way, but they're pulling it off well as well. There is a really good sense of mystery. I did DT, yeah. Samael, welcome back. The irises are spread wide, allowing the sun's warmth. Ah, these irises as well. Someone has tended to them well. Itsuki, of course. There's a small grill here. I'm sure I'll be playing it again, DT. River fish are being dried here. Strong odor lingers from the window. Oh boy. The atmosphere is top notch. Oh boy. Oh god. Korea's diary. May 12th. When I fell off the cliff, I thought I was going to die. But when I came through, there wasn't even a scratch on me. I thought it was strange, awaking in a wicker chest. I asked Atsuki about it. All she did was cry. So sweet of her to be worried. I thought Atsuki fell off the cliff. October 3rd, I've been feeling tired and weak for the past few days. Atsuki keeps asking me if I'm alright. She mustn't find out how bad I really feel. October 13th, there are strange marks all over my body. I'm hiding them the best I can. I'm sure my flesh is starting to rot. I've caught that horrible disease. I looked in all my books, but they don't mention it. Atsuki keeps asking me how I feel. I don't like lying. October 25th. Yesterday I met some twins. I don't know when they arrived, but they told me to sleep with the silkworms in the chest for a night. Maybe I was dreaming, but I was desperate, so I did as they said. When I awoke, my body felt normal. They must have been manifestations of the mulberry god. Interesting. The twins, manifestations of the mulberry god. November 5th. I played with Atsuki today for the first time in a while. Perhaps because I hadn't been active for some time, I felt flushed even when night fell. March 4th. Everything will be alright. The twins said that I'll get better. The twins said that I'll get better if I get inside the cocoon again. They said to look for a rat this time rather than a silkworm. Sorry about the window sounds. If you heard that, I think you probably heard that. Killing the atmosphere. I must hurry, or my arm will rot and fall off, or maybe my legs. I envy Atsuki for her soft, healthy limbs, healthy arms, legs, and neck. July 4th. When I mentioned the twins to Father, he told me about a ritualistic practice involving resurrection and cocoons. He said that a revived corpse will start to rot, at which point it must become a cocoon, each time fusing with a larger creature. This needs to be done 9 times. April 27th. When I woke up inside the wicker chest, I realized that it was Atsuki who pushed me off the cliff. She talks nonsense about irises and poems, while here I am in agony, my body beginning to rot. Ah, I wish I had her healthy skin. Korea... Hold on. I'm getting these names mixed up. Who is Korea? Who is Korea? Was Korea like the initial ghost that we started seeing? Dressed in red? Or it is Atsuki's sister. Okay. But Atsuki died as well, right? Atsuki got pushed off the cliff. I thought we learned that towards the end of the last playthrough. I guess that was Kureha. Was the game trying to make us think that it was Atsuki? Because they're twin sisters? Did it seem like it? Yeah, like I thought it was this revelation that we were pushed off. And that we were dead like the whole time or something. Interesting how this does share themes with Sekiro. The ritualistic practice of resurrection, undying bodies that start to rot. The centipede. But yeah, obviously both games get a lot from, you know, it's a heavy Buddhist influence, Shinto influence. During your Atsuki playthrough, you merge with her when you first enter the Wicker Chest, right? Ah, right. I see what you're saying. Yeah. And then we get that scene where it flashes back and we get pushed off the cliff. And because we're merged with her, we're experiencing that as if it's ourself. I think. Kureha takes over Atsuki's body, right? And that's why we were experiencing her memories as if it was us. As if it was Atsuki as well. Yeah, I get it, more or less. Very cool, okay. Okay, what next? Where are they? Show yourselves. Cute little twins. Where did you go? Okay. Don't backseat, please, Zuro. Please, God. I wasn't lost anyway. I was just looking around. I was hoping to find the twins. Different sounds now. Go back, okay. Source Hunter, hello. Okay, I don't think... Did we find any, things? Is this the first Kuon stream? No, this is the third Kuon stream. I think. Third or fourth. I think it's the third. Uh-oh. Onibi. Summer's anger in the form of fire. Let's use it. Oh! Oh, shit. What the hell was that? Nice. Oh, yes. Oh, is he casting the same shit? He is. Die. Is this the same sound that some enemies in Demon Souls make? Possibly. Could be. FromSoft love to reuse sound effects. Like, I think this bell is the same sound as the bell in Demon Souls. I think you hear that bell in the Tower of Latria. It's that bar at the top of the screen there, Zuro. That blue bar. I don't think the Mars... Oh, it does, okay. Ah, yes, I remember this room. Ruby fan. Nice. My investigation of the silkworms worshipped at the shrine are nothing like ordinary silkworms. The parents of the silkworms at this shrine are incarnations of the two mulberry trees. The mulberries on the trees are their eggs. Silkworms born from them have magical powers. They can bring back the dead. This means they must feed from humans. This dark magic suits me perfectly. When the fusion of flesh has occurred 9 times, the spell shall be perfected. When I've mastered this magic formula, you will whore yourself before me. Wooden handle, huh? Ooh. Yeah, Hitman. I've heard. Save it for a rainy day, I guess. Sure, it'll be worth a lot more in another 10 years as well. Damn, I don't think I can get to the other side here. Oh, hey, I can. All right. Goman's memorandum. Pareja seems to have entered into a cocoon. Those twins certainly have interesting ideas. She's my daughter, after all. I'm sure her silk threads will be finer than those spun by the sick people in the hut. Pareja seems different from the others. Perhaps she's the daughter of the elder priest. Now the cards cannot help her, nor will the weapons supposedly endowed with magic powers work. Anyone who encounters her had better run in the other direction. Interesting, okay. Nice. More of these. Ooh. Fun area. Oh boy, they're gone. There's a trail of fresh blood. Okay. Oh god. That looks like, kind of looks like Correa. It's Correa being reborn again, and she's coming out of that other guy that was with him at the tree, at the mulberry tree. I might not be able to kill her. Yeah, yeah. That's sick, man. That's so cool. Very cool. They did tell me to just run last time. We don't have Uranus. That's a really cool design, the way she's just hanging out of his body there. It's the way in which it's tying in with the story as well. It's because, you know, it ties in with what we've been reading about. Oh shit, and look who it is. I think she's still alive. Not sure what I'm doing, but go back up this way. Okay, maybe we'll go back. We'll fight that abomination and see what we can do. It does, Bevral, yeah. Oh! Oh. Hide inside the chest. Nah, I'm good. Doesn't really look too inviting. I don't think I need to hide right now. Hey, what's up, Ed Boss? So we've been here before. This is just like some kind of other way of getting here. I have no idea what I'm doing now, but okay. I assume this is this thing again. Oh no! Okay. Oh, wait, no, we haven't been here. Up to the shed, I guess. I don't think we've been to the shed yet. Okay. Let's save. Love those vessels. This game is one of the best main menus I've ever seen, and one of the best save points that I've ever seen. When it comes to those two very little details, this game definitely shines. Another rope ladder. That'll take me down. Back down there. Okay. Looks longer than the first. So far, it's been around the same, I think. Maybe a bit longer. Depends. We'll see how much is left. Copy of Headhunter. The name sounds familiar. I don't think I ever played it. Neptune. We're gonna have to go down that ladder, I think. Anything over here? It was first on Dreamcast, EU exclusive. I did miss a door back there, yeah. Normally I'd be pissed for backseating, but whatever. Try and avoid saying things like that if you can. Just let me get lost. Two more vessels. This on the PlayStation Store? No. Oh boy. Scroll, Silkworm Shrine. Bamboo cylinder detailing the shrine origin. Oh, here we go. Erected in 830 AD, dedicated to the silkworms. The first priest planted 2 mulberries in the garden. He pronounced the 2 trees that would spring from them sacred, to be revered for all time. The shrine must be watched by a member of the Hata clan. The elder priest shall be named Ashia. Fuck. Grab it, whatever it is. Spell card. Okay, I don't think there's anything left in there. I'm gonna go back and check out the other area and we'll come back there if we need to. Yeah, Ganon, it's quite good. I'm really enjoying it. Okay, we'll see where this takes me. Yeah, the other side of this waterfall. Oh, hey, I remember this place. Yeah, we were here as Utsuki. Interesting, right. We came out of the chest here, I think. Headhunter was Dreamcast's version of Metal Gear. Right, okay. The Siphon Filter was PS1 as well, though, wasn't it? Or was Siphon Filter like a Dreamcast exclusive first? I don't think it was it? Oh no. Yeah, I remember playing Siphon Filter back in the day on PS1. I was looking at, I was watching it quite recently, and I don't know, I was thinking about playing it again, but it looks kind of rough. That game also has a great main menu, though. I love Siphon Filter's main menu as well. Great music. And just so 90s, you know? Straw sticks to what's left of a body like a demented scarecrow. Maybe I should kill these guys. The taser was a lot of fun, yeah. Where's my thing? Ah, you assholes. I feel like this is completely pointless. I don't think I'll get anything from these guys. Oh, their mouth. Shadow Man was another game I had on PS1, but I could never get very far in it. I remember I always wanted to get further in it, but whenever I played it, I could never figure out what to do. But I remember enjoying the characters at the time. I remember the game just had like a really dark mood. And like it had some sort of twisted story going on. And that really intrigued me, but I could never get very far in it. Yeah, maybe I should go back and play it. I remember it running pretty terribly as well, I think, on PS1. Maybe I'm imagining that, but I feel like the frame rate might have been atrocious. Bostwick, thank you for the 2 months. You haven't been on when I can watch, so I haven't been able to resub. Love the stream. Oh, thank you so much, Bostwick. I'm glad you're getting the opportunity now. While we're playing this obscure-ass old-school survival horror game. It's terrible, really? Yeah, maybe that was one of the issues I had with it. But I remember enjoying the story at the time when I was a kid. Oh, interesting. I'm not sure what to do now. Guess we'll go back down this way. This is just back into her room. Yep, we did everything here. Corpse blocking the way. Had that voodoo vibe, yeah. I think I remember there being some, like, twisted killer guy that you had to fight. Was he, like, the first boss or something? Just fragments of memories I have of encountering, like, some twisted psycho killer guy. Some serial killer guy with a weird name, like the something Butcher or the something Ripper. And he was like some crazy psychopath. The Four Killers? Yeah, I remember really enjoying that. Guys, give me a minute. Give me like 60 seconds, maybe a little bit longer, maybe a bit less. I'll be right back, and we'll try and figure out where to go. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Be right back. Alright, 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 alright. I'm back. Okay. That door has a seal over it now as well for some reason. Which seems very odd. But I don't see why we would need to go back over there. Let's take a look in here. Yeah, again, this is just back in here. And yeah, obviously don't say anything. If you know what to do, don't tell me. I'll try and figure it out first. Probably missed something up in that area where I came from. Head back up here. Just clear this room off. You'd like to see me play Siren? Yeah. The only Siren game I played was Blood Curse, the remake on PS3, which I wasn't so fond of. But I would like to play the original games. I always thought they looked a bit rough, though, from what I saw. They looked like they might be a little bit frustrating. But yeah, I should definitely give them a shot. I did start Rule of Rose. That's the game I have to go back to. Oh, so it's just locked from this side? Okay, alright. Just locked. Bit rough, yeah. I know. I remember watching clips of the first Siren game. I don't know. It just didn't really appeal to me. But yeah, I'd definitely be up for giving it a shot. First Siren game is very cryptic. Yeah, it just looked like it might have been a bit frustrating. Kind of felt like you might need to know what you were doing before you were doing it. Hey Storm, welcome back. Some of the things you need to figure out are crazy, right? Yeah, I was kind of getting that impression that it might not have been the most intuitive game in the world. Yeah, I really didn't like the PS3 remake, or whatever it was. Didn't like the camera, didn't like the movements, just the way it felt to play, the way the exploration felt. I remember just I really didn't like the camera. I do remember using a guitar as a weapon, though. That was fun. Okay. Let's go back. Yeah, Siren was created by the creator of Silent Hill, Keiichiro Toyama. That's why I feel like I sort of have to play them. Have to at least try out the originals anyway, being such a big Silent Hill fan. Oh, what are you? Oh, you're the same guy wandering around up there, okay. Let's go back into this part of Itsuki's place. Have I played Shadow Hearts? No. Again, I've definitely seen it mentioned quite a few times. I think Jeremy Blaustein worked on that as well. If I remember correctly. I think I remember him talking about it. Man. Okay, we'll take one more look over here. Then we'll go back up to the locked door that we need to get through. We'll take one more look around there. Maybe kill that guy up there. Maybe he's carrying the sacred cloth. Seedlings have been planted in the field. Not blow, blow. No, not in the chat. How tough am I? Let's see. Yeah, he did the localization for a lot of old school games. MGS1, Snatcher, Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, Silent Hill 1, Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill 3, Silent Hill 4. Yeah, he was the localizer for a lot of classics. Okay, let's kill this guy. Actually, let's not waste those. Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball as well, nice. Fuck. Huh. Okay. Maybe it's back to the mulberry tree? Back down to that little shrine there? Down the ladder? Maybe back to Itsuki? Fuck it, chat. If anyone knows, you can tell me. You know, we found the new... we found that cloth inside the chest. That allowed us to get through here. I can use the lever by the floodgate. Oh, man. Okay. The right side of the floodgate, I assume. Not down this ladder here. Silk chest? I already checked the silk chest. We got the cloth from the chest. Pity, thank you for the 23 months. Oh, we use it down this side, really? Hold on, where the fuck am I? I'm in the wrong place completely. Back this way. Almost 2 years of excitement. Think I'm going to celebrate at work and hook up every OHN sub with free chalupas and crunchy wraps at Taco Bell. Thank you, Pity. Cheers, man. I don't even know what a chalupa is. Oh, you have the option to enter the chest, right. But I don't do I need to do that? Is there a way to sort of interest you in playing Shadow Heart soon? No, I'm afraid not. I'll just play whatever I'm interested in. I'll take a look at Shadow Hearts though at some point, and if it looks interesting, I'll play it. Maswendo, thank you for the 10 months. Oh, no way. Don't tell me I can use this here. Because I was considering doing this. Okay, I'm glad. So, do you mean on the other side of the... Wait, hold up. Where do I go? Back up, I guess. Ah, I didn't see this fucking place. Okay. Oh my god, right. Ah, it's painful. Oh, hello. Okay, we'll go back down then. Oh boy. There's a reflection in the water from the moonlight. Truth mirror. Mirror mounted on a plinth used for rituals. Oh, I know where we're going. Go. Go, 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 go. Hey, Maswendo, did I thank you for your 10 months? I'm not sure if I did. Go! Sorry. Oh no. Oh man. Let me close the window here or my neighbors are gonna get pissed. Okay. Hey, what's up, Lenny? Good to see you. Lenny as well with the 10 months. Thank you.
蚕の句は死人をよみがえらせ病に侵す白い蚕の潜む神木。
Oh.
これでもう見栄となるものが生まれることもないか。
Damn, you go. Light that fucking mulberry tree on fire. Oh. There goes the ladder. Where's Itsuki as well? She's gone. Why didn't no one do that in the first place? Because they all love the mulberry tree. Back underground. Let's save again. Such a cool game, man. This last sequence as well has been great. I'll definitely play this again in the future. The Bigfoot section was great. Getting killed, and the section today when we figured out what to do. That was so intense. puppet woman. Really? Okay. What are you babbling about, Storm? Step Brothers quote? I see. Hey, nice. This wasn't here last time. I'm pretty sure. Now I know what's happening. The manor has become a huge silkworm nest. I'm a silkworm too. A silkworm who spins a cocoon. Look at that guy hanging on the wall there. Behind the chest. During Atsuki's playthrough, you could see the twins down below as well from this shot. And I didn't realize at the time, but I went to check my VODs, and I noticed the twins down there. Which is pretty cool. We'll see him crawl up now as well, I reckon. At this pond, I can hear everyone's voice. I can hear them calling from the vessel sailed long ago. I will be joining them soon. Vessels filled with tainted goods sailed away carrying sin. Here in a graveyard of blood rest the vessels that once sailed. Are the walls gonna speak to us this time?
殺されてしまったよここでな
Oh God! That didn't happen last time. But let's break this wall immediately. No, Storm. What? Why? What kind of channel is that? I see. On Twitch. Wonder how they got permission to stream movies. Yeah, you know, and some like some really old films, you know, their whatever it's called, their copyright protection is up, you know, after a certain amount of years. I was thinking of maybe watching some of those old films that are probably legal to watch now on Outer Heaven. Like, you know, a lot of the films Paramedic brings up in MGS3, I feel like you could legally stream a lot of those films, which might be fun. Public domain, that's the term I was looking for. Yeah, a lot of those old films are public domain now, I think. Yeah, you can find a lot of them on YouTube as well. There's a wicker chest. The lid can't be opened, perhaps sealed from the inside. I think we all know who's inside there. Okay. Hey, what's up, Maeve? Is triangle? No, that's just a more powerful damage spell. And yeah, it's a cool game. Not a very well-known horror game. Forgotten Gem. There's the Jupiter crest again. Uh-oh. A new book lies open. Oh, yes. Actually, entering a cocoon 9 times does not revive the dead. What does happen is that the dead are reborn as their children, as mulberries. This spell has always been intended for silkworms, not for humans. Same thing gonna happen here? No. Oh yeah, well, kind of.
他の3人はとうに餌として役目を全うしたというのにな。
シオ、あなたはそのために我らを。
弟子など我が権威を知らしめるための形骸に過ぎぬとそう思っておったが。クオンの呪法にはちょうど良い餌となったな。貴様らのようなグズが役立つ道はただ一つ。死人と共につづらに入ることだ。それでクオンのつづらは完成する。
Oh!
つけねえが餌は餌らしく振る舞うがいい。
I've seen Audition as well, yeah. Good film. Door won't open. Okay. Back we go. We have our Jupiter cloth. Reckon we're coming pretty close to the end of the game now. The end of this second scenario, anyway. Pareja's assimilation has advanced considerably. Soon the Kuon spell will be completed. Hey! Outer Heaven with the raid. What's up, guys? Welcome on in. Brand, what's up? Flashy, thank you for the host. What's up, guys? Just playing obscure ass old school horror game that barely anyone has played. PS2 game. Really good. Really underrated. If you look this game up on Google, you'll see that it got like pretty shit reviews when it first came out. But it's not bad at all. It's actually quite good. What's up, guys? Welcome on in. Let's continue here. I've been waiting so long. Seimei. I eagerly await your arrival. I can hardly contain my excitement at the thought of our encounter. We're coming close to the end now, I think. We should bust and smash. We try to do them fairly regularly. Main cellar. This is how the last playthrough ended, right here. That was where the first scenario ended. We lost control of our character. And we grabbed on to our second character here, and then it ended, and we had to switch character, and we went back in time. Right, so everything from this point on is completely new. Cool, okay. I had a feeling this is what was going to happen. We were going to get up to this point, and then we'd be continuing on. I wasn't sure if we'd be switching back or if we'd just keep playing as this character, but yeah. And yeah, I'm enjoying this game a lot so far. Okay. We can't kill her. I'm pretty sure. Corpse here appears to have been an astrologer. Back up this way.
助けて。誰か助けて。
うつき。うつき、無事だったか。この場所はいけない。そなたの姉はもう。うつき。
助けて。お願い。
やめてくれ。うつき。
Huh? What? Oh! Secret third phase. Kuon phase. Oh shit. Oh, damn. It's gonna be like one full playthrough again? No way. We get to choose our difficulty level? Don't say anything, chat. Don't say anything. Let's just keep going with normal mode. I hope this is one, like, a whole new full scenario. That would be so sick. We get like another 6-hour scenario. I don't think that's what's going to happen. We're going to continue off. And this will be like the final act. Last couple of hours. If I had to guess. Ah!
ここで待ってるよ。そなたを救う術必ず。
南よりあやかしの匂いを感じます。
確かに匂うな。あやつはそこにおるのか？
おそらくは。
下方に落ちた屋敷で下道に落ちた術師が一体何をしておるのやら。どうも相も変わらず愉快な男よな。南だったな。行こうか。前期5期。
はっ、我が主生命様の命のままに。
So hold up. Are we playing as Seimei? Who is that other dude with the horn? This is really cool though. This game good so far? Yeah. What is this special card that she has? Look at that, look at my triangle card there. I really wish I was paying close attention to the story right from the start. Because the story is actually quite interesting now. The way all these different things are weaving together. It's actually quite interesting. Okay, hold on. Let's take a look at my equipment. Denki, magical creature with powerful attacks. Okay. Ceremonial spear. No shitty little fans anymore. Little knives. Okay. Cool. Well, I think I'll unequip that for now. And use the spear. Have to time the combo. Zenki was one of those dudes. Oh, the guy with the horn. Yeah, he kind of looked like him. So I guess we're actually summoning that guy when we use the card. Or was it Genki, not Zenki? Nice. Really cool twist here. Whole other character being introduced to the mix. Wasn't expecting that. Am I from Northern Scotland? No, I'm from the Republic of Ireland. A better guess than many people, though. You know, I guess you're not too far off. At least you didn't say Canadian. A lot of people say Canadian. Okay. Damn, so we're all the way back here now. This is sick. I feel like this was one of the common complaints that I read about the game as well. Like in reviews, that it was like too short and that there were only 2 playthroughs and both playthroughs were pretty much the same. Something tells me a lot of these reviewers didn't even get to see this. And granted, you do go through a lot of the same areas again, you see a lot of the same scenes, and you do a lot of this, and you do a lot of the same stuff, but there was still quite a bit of new stuff. And the story definitely got way more interesting when you started to see things from the other perspective. And yeah, just some really good sequences. Not a bad game at all. Very underrated. So, can we pray with her as well? We can. Right, so I guess we'll check down here first again. Oh, Jesus, there's blood all over the walls now. Something is scrawled in blood. The bloody banquet has finally ended. No one remains. Everything is gone. This wasn't here last time. A woman's body lies in a pool of blood. Yeah, apparently a physical copy of this game can sell for like $1,000. Not surprising it's so rare. Like, most people haven't heard of this game. I only found out about this game last year. And I've seen a lot of people say over the course of this playthrough that they had no idea this game even existed. The door is broken. Yeah, this place is just trashed now. I feel like this scenario is definitely going to be shorter than the other two. You know, it still feels like it's coming to an end. I can't see this being another 5-6 hour scenario. That might actually hurt the game, you know, if it starts to feel like it's dragging on. But we'll see what happens. This is pretty interesting so far. crouch, one can crawl underneath. It's another one of... It's that... Oh, God. Remember we fought one of those things? That jumped out of the drawer? In that room? Near here? Wait, no, where did it go? That other flabby thing. Save. Oh. Are they fighting? I guess they're fighting. Kill him. Yes. There's my little boat. Still sailing down. Oh, someone won. Did someone win? Someone else is joining the party. I don't know what's going on. Okay, let's go back. Cool game. This is a third character, Mortanius. Yeah, we finished the second scenario. And we unlocked a secret third scenario. Thank you for not spoiling that, by the way. Cheers. Something is there. Another spell card. Alright. Get off me. Now I'm just back up here. Okay. Back out this way. Oh God. Mangled corpse lies at the bottom of the wicker chest. Wonder if this is supposed to be anyone important. I remember we spoke to Itsuki's father here. I think this is where we first spoke to him. He was in that room. Oh God, this thing again. Father was in there chopping that corpse? Huh. Same thing, huh? That's kind of disappointing. It'd be cool if they kind of put a twist on that, you know? That's the third time that's happened. God. Oh! This area looks really nice. The light designs here. Very pretty. Good night, Omaru. Same guy is still here, okay. Thanks for the new follows, by the way. I assume you guys are coming in from Outer Heaven. You're all very welcome here. So we can go down here. Oh! Wonder if that's the same prayer. More spell cards. Lots and lots of spell cards. No keys. Oh, so we can go out here as well. Okay. Nah, let's go back first. We'll go to Ayako's room, check all that shit out. I didn't mention that it's pre-Miyazaki, because everyone just assumes every FromSoft game is made by Miyazaki. FromSoft equals Souls. The FromSoft game must be Souls-like in some way. FromSoft didn't exist before Miyazaki's reign, or Miyazaki's era. I really would like to play the Armored Core games at some point. At least 4 anyway, and For Answer. Those are the first 2 games Miyazaki worked on. So it'd be interesting to play those. Just as a big fan of the Souls series, if anything, just as a history lesson. Okay, so it seems like we're gonna have to go through here. For Answer was the best one in the series. You think so, Vic Boss? I don't know what the consensus is with regards to the Armored Core games. I don't know anything about the series. Which games are considered good or bad or anything. Yeah, well, I think a lot of people do know about the Kingsfield games. Well, like a lot of the big Souls fans definitely do. I think most hardcore Souls fans know about them, but yeah, obviously they're still not as well known as Souls or anything, for sure. Oh, hello. Up. Oh, Jesus. I didn't know you could do fancy shit like that. For some reason, I wasn't comboing there either. I should have been comboing. Nice! I didn't know you could poke them while they were on the ground like that. This game's scary for a child like me. Most definitely.
匂うな。このクワからか？この穴。釘穴か。五行総国権国目。クワの正気を金の木で沈めたと見える。抜け落ちた釘。さーて。いずこにあるものやら。
Okay. Doman's Book, Volume 2. Document written by Doman concerning the mulberry. The mulberry trees harbor a powerful spell. They are living creatures with wills of their own. They live far longer than humans and are much more intelligent. After I've completed my mission, and the time is right, I must subdue those twins once again. And we've been told that the twins are manifestations of the mulberry god. And I guess the trees are also a part of this same god. I haven't played any of the King's Field games, no. There are many ways to subdue them. Which way would be best? Fire annihilates them immediately, but once they're dead, I won't be able to use them again. I suppose I'll suppress them alive. I suppose I'll suppress them, but keep them alive. I'll use a demon suppressing spike. But given their magical powers, one spike may not be enough. I must remember that the twins are a trivial concern. They're only tools for sorcery. In this realm, only that woman has the power to resist me. Okay. Interesting, like we used the spikes earlier on in the game, not to suppress the twins or anything like that. We used them along with the discs. The key to get inside that other area. I think it was when we first went underground. Let's save again. Metal Wolf Chaos. I saw Aris playing that earlier on today. And I saw that it had XD in the title. Thought that I might have to play it myself just because of that. It's a FromSoft game as well, isn't it? Isn't Metal Wolf Chaos a FromSoft game? That might be a fun game to play on stream someday. At least try it out anyway. I want to play another game like Mr. Mosquito or Parappa the Rapper. Like really funny, short little games that you can beat in a few hours that are just a good laugh. Mr. Mosquito is a lot of fun. I'm gonna have to play that again someday. Lollipop Chainsaw. I do know of that game. That's Suda 51 game. Medieval? I played Medieval back in the day. Again, I feel like I think Medieval and Lollipop Chainsaw, those games are both probably longer than 3 hours though. I mean, like short, snappy games that you can beat in like 3 or 4 hours. Kind of rare to get a game like that. Like, just like a game that's really short and sweet. Well, I guess a lot of indie games. Like cinematic platformers, like Limbo and Inside and stuff like that, but I'm kind of thinking of other games. Funnier games. More lighter in tone. Katamari Damacy. That is a game that I really want to play. I'm definitely playing that game at some point. Maybe sometime soon. That's one of Tina's favorite games of all time. The water glimmers and chases after the light. The light illuminates the muddy water, providing a different view. Yeah, Katamari seems to be quite interesting. The premise certainly sounds quite absurd anyway. It piqued my interest. Has a good soundtrack as well. Nice. What the fuck? Oh, those are my footsteps. Okay. A card slick with blood is lying here. Two metal spikes. Rio War, what's up? Good to see you. Welcome back. Corpse's head is stuck in the lattice work. Okay. Well, we got the metal spikes. So now I guess we're going back. I don't think there's anything else we can do here. Go back over here. Same shit. Oh god. There they are.
Mizu
もののけか。我はこの天帝の使うところの均等を羊す。凡上の刀にあらず、これ百連の刀なり。一下しせば、何ぞ鬼の柱ざる。ん？あやつの手のものか。あやつは、ドーマンはどうした？
死は、あの男は我ら弟子を煮えとし下法を止めようと。
あやつらしいな。
洞窟のうちに下法の煮えとなったうつきという娘がおるはず。どうかそのものを。
約束はできぬが、まあ心に留めておこう。やはり2本では足らぬか。
This chick is badass. Yeah. Coming to save the day. There's the other twin. I think this is my first time in this room. Back to the nursery. Oh, hey. Are these guys alive? Or they're just being burned now? They're just being burned. Okay. Oh, it's the dog. And it's her.
O やめなさい。
良き式だな。
去る方にいただき大事に持っていたのですが、これが最後の一枚となってしまいました。
ああ、そなたがうつきか。アシアドーマンの下法に 疲れていると聞いたが。
今はあの歌声も小さくなり落ち着いております。ドーマンの父の望み通り、私の身はもはや人外のもの、命あるものを求め体が乾いてしようがないのです。血肉を目にしただけで気が触れそうで、死人どもにも火をつけてしまいました。
察するにクワを封じればよさそうだ。運が良ければ間に合うかもしれん。まあ釘がなくては拉致が開かぬがな。
私はここで朽ちるつもりです。
それはそなたの勝手だが、実の娘まで逃げとするなどはさすがに戯れが過ぎると思わぬか。そなたの父、滅するがよいな。
Okay, give me that nut. Thank you for the 18 months. Cheers.
もはや幾ばくも持たぬ身なれど、不思議と何やら落ち着いた心地がいたします。
Did she just summon the dog to keep her company, I wonder? Or maybe I missed something in that last scene. Because we could summon that dog to protect us at the start of the game. When you start her playthrough, you begin with like you have two cards that can summon you can summon that dog, wolf, whatever it is. You can summon it, I think, 2 times. And she said there she has that she was keeping a secret card as well, which was obviously for the wolf again, one more time. Those twins. Where did those 2 mulberry trees come from? 1 mulberry tree for each twin, right. Rumor has it that the ancestors of the Hatta clan found them somewhere and brought them here. I've never seen mulberry trees like them. Or perhaps their seeds floated here from China, Korea, or some other foreign land. Once there was a man named Zhu Fu who came here from China seeking eternal youth and immortality. Every age has its fools, as does every realm. Eternal youth and immortality are nothing but illusions. We enjoy life because we know we will die. What greater pleasure is there in this world than to battle with one's mortal enemy and emerge victorious? Cool. The lid can't be opened, perhaps sealed from the inside. Ah, what the hell is inside that now? In the previous playthrough, I thought it was Atsuki because we climbed into that chest during the first playthrough. I wish I was paying closer attention during my first playthrough. During the first scenario. Now we're back here. Fuck, I wish I had a map as well. I don't know where I'm going. Millennium Strife, hello. A lot of places to check here. Oh, some more spikes. Just what we were looking for. 9 spikes. Oh my. Silk thread obtained from these cocoons has magic power in concentrated form, which can be used in a variety of spells. It can be used as a seal. A seal made from magic silk thread can't be breached by anyone, even someone with supernatural strength. Other uses for this silk thread are spells that manipulate summon creatures or servant spirits. One can also attach the silk thread to puppets. Once given simple orders, the puppets will execute them and then act of their own accord. I could also make a servant puppet from that woman's flesh and skin and force her to do my bidding. So is Doman really just looking for sex dolls to make here? Remember that there was all that talk of like creating whores so they can like whore themselves out. Is that what he's doing here? Okay. Let's save. That blood is looking pretty thick now. At least with this lighting. Door won't open. Interesting. Okay. Let's go back. How many vessels do I have actually? Ooh, maybe I should have kept it. No more saves. Back this way, back this way. Fuck. Oh shit, is she gone? I think she's gone. Yeah. Oh god, this wasn't like this last time.
しばらく姿を見ぬうちに闇に見入られたか、ドーマ。
生命犬の血肉からならば良き眉が取れるであろう。ここで果てよ。そしてクオンの煮えとなるがいい。
生命。Let's do it. That's definitely another issue this game has as well, is that well, translation-wise, there have been a lot of typos, and it definitely feels a bit too direct at times. You know, where the translation feels a little bit too literal. Hold up. The music should keep playing when you're in the menu as well, I think. Okay. I guess we'll try and summon this Zenki creature, whatever it is. Let's bring out the ice spells as well. Yes! That was him. Nice. Get him. Oh, shit, okay. He has barriers. Hold up, hold up. What about some spikes up your ass? Fuck. Yeah, the way the music just cuts is a bit weird. Ah, he blocked it that time. Need to get him when he's in the middle of his animations. I have one left. What about now? Fuck. Goki. Creature who acts as a living shield. Okay, cool. Get wrecked, as the kids say.
クオンの方さえなしておれば、うぬに手が届いた。
そなたは
Yeah, Storm, it was a weird camera angle. The camera was fine, though. I quite liked it. I still had control over... I could still see what I was looking at. It still moved just fine. Pretty game, I think. I like how it looks. Cool.
遅かったか。
これで上がり。新しきクワが芽吹こうぞ。我らが愛しが。
黙れ。さて気は進まぬが、まあ仕方あるまい。
お待ちください。この娘は屋敷から出たこともなく父親に裏切られ、このまま死ぬのはあまりに哀れです。
つづらから何が生まれるかは分からぬのだぞ。
それでも
強情な娘だな。分かったが、これを持つがよい。
これは
ただの気休めさではな。
What?
どうした？早く出ておいで。
おそっと。私お外に出るの初めて。お外ってすごく広いのね。
これからいろんなところを見て歩こう。それで一番気に入ったところに住もうな。では行こう。
Huh. So what happened? Seimei gave our girl the spikes. What did she do with the spikes then? I kind of figured she was gonna... I thought Seimei was gonna go back to the tree and stick more spikes in that tree. We found 9 of those things. And we never actually used them in game. We just gave it to her at the very end. And what did Seimei say at the end there? That it was like... You know, she just wanted to see what would happen. It was like some experiment for her. At first I thought the little girl was the twin. Like that one twin that was remaining. But the twin is a manifestation... The twins are a manifestation of the mulberry god. So it can't be the twin. I think it has to be Itsuki, right? Itsuki was reborn because we saw the dog at her side. So I think that had to be Itsuki. She gave her the spikes in case Itsuki turns evil. Right. I think she thought she'd come out of the chest as another monster, but instead she was reborn as a child. Oh yeah, because the chest was right there. I like the way she just dumped herself into the chest as well. That was cool. Said they won't know what comes out, but since the girl was stubborn, she said, all right, take these. Right. Cool. Yeah, there was definitely a lot I missed story-wise. I'll be intrigued to play that again and pay much closer attention to the story, because there was a lot going on. Really cool. The translation wasn't the best, no. But it was still, like, it still seemed understandable. It was just, sometimes it was a little bit too... It could have sounded more natural at times. You could tell it was a little bit too literal, a little bit too direct. Yeah, this is one of the best main menus I've ever seen. So cool. Gorgeous looking. And this theme is great. I don't think the minigame is unlocked. I don't think I found the item in the first playthrough. That final scenario was great though. Seimei coming out of nowhere. You know, because we had read about her in all the memos throughout the playthrough, so it's cool that she finally showed up. Really cool game. Yeah, let's wrap it up there for now. I'll be back at some point. I'm not sure if I'll be streaming here tomorrow. Maybe I will be. Maybe we'll play something else. If I'm not streaming here, I'll probably be streaming on Outer Heaven. But yeah. See what happens. Thanks for watching, guys. And I'll see you soon. Till next time. Peace. Yeah, or maybe even tonight, Storm. It is pretty late. But yeah, thanks, guys. I'll see you soon.